Today I'm going to be talking about the Academy of Science of South Africa and how they're using GMOs in a really positive way. When we think about GMOs, we always think about the bad things, about how harmful it is for us and stuff. But this is not the case. They have used GMOs in a really, really positive way for people in Africa. Um, I know that we hear all over the news that GMOs are bad, but what if I told you that GMOs are actually the things that are keeping us together? With air pollution and with the climate changing, it's becoming really hard for farmers to grow crops organically. But that's when GMO comes in and basically solves the problem. According to the American Medical Association, in a statement they did, and everybody approved, said that there's no proven risk of consuming GMO products. And even though it's really hard to believe, GMOs just means genetically modified organism. So that means that the DNA of a fruit, meat, or grain, you modify it and you can make it better. And this is why I don't understand why a lot of people think that scientists are evil people or they're trying to harm us, and they're actually trying to make us feel better, putting more nutrition in our food. I think that if there was not enough GMO products in our food system, there would be problems with our economy, there would be food shortage and lack of vitamins and nutrition, not just in Africa, but here in the United States. GMO, and why? Why is this organization using GMOs? Well, GMOs increase the production of food and fulfills the demands needed for the food. Again, there's a lot of people asking for food in Africa, but if they decide to grow it organically, it would take months to feed all of them. And let's not forget that Africa is a really dry place where crops take a long time and sometimes they don't even make it, they don't even grow. So that's when GMO comes in and saves the day. Without GMOs, a lot of foods would be infested with bugs, rotten quicker, and are produced in small amounts. If you noticed, when you grab spinach, let's put spinach, if you grab organic spinach, sometimes they have little holes in it, and especially when they're organic, and that's because basically bugs were chewing on it. But if it has GMOs, a certain type of way, it's basically protected and it doesn't rotten that quicker as a regular spinach would do. Humans achieve their full potential with GMOs because they're having a well-balanced diet. They are able to consume the right amounts of food for the personal budget. The reason of that is because products that have GMOs, they are a lot more cheaper than organic food. Because organic food is so selective of the things that they're going to grow organically, and it's a smaller amount. Most humans that have eaten GMOs their whole life will not feel full with non-GMO items. This personally has happened to me, and I don't understand basically the medical reason why it happens, but this is the reason why I buy GMO products, because I get full quicker than non-GMO products. And this is basically why this organization is using GMOs, is because with a little bit, the people get full, and it's a low budget thing, and it's something that comes constantly. They can grow fast to feed the hunger. A research done by Guan Tang, PhD, showed that the beta-carotene in golden rice that they're providing the people in Africa is better than the spinach at providing vitamin A to children. One bowl of rice delivers 60% of the daily requirements. So usually you would think the spinach is healthier than rice. But this Mr. Tang did the opposite. He had a lot more, 60% more vitamin A in the rice that these people are getting than spinach, because spinach obviously can get spoiled and it's really hard to make. So this is how this organization is using GMOs to feed the hunger. So is it harmful? Many claims that GMOs are the cause of cancer, chronic disease, and many other health-related issues. Other claims say that GMOs cause chemical imbalance in humans that can result in psychological problems, but the facts are that 99% of the scientists from the American Association for the Advancement of Science believe that genetically modified foods are safe to consume. There's no proven statement saying that they can cause all of these problems. Most of the times it's yes in your head. Academy of Science of South Africa, with being side by side to the organization Academy of South Africa, promoting GMOs for third world countries to have more food. The reason why I support them is because they are transforming the image of GMO. They're probably one of the pioneer of transforming GMOs for a better cause. They're trying to clean the name of GMO. And they're doing this by basically, as I mentioned, Mr. Tang, he adds 60% more vitamins in the rice that they're providing to these people. Let's keep in mind that vitamin A prevents us from going blind, and that's why there's lots of children that are blind in Africa, and the reason why is because they're lacking vitamin A. But once you start consuming vitamin A, it prevents them to become blind, because once they're blind, you cannot really go back, but it helps them prevent from going blind. My conclusion is that if we didn't have GMO products in our system, this will cause a problem in the economy. And the reason why is because a lot of people consume GMO products because they're far faster, they're more accessible to the public. So if people didn't get any GMO products, first of all, they wouldn't even be eating anything, which that would bring down the economy. Food shortage and lack of vitamins, because as I mentioned, if a simple yellow rice can have 60% more vitamins than spinach, than organic spinach, that should tell you something about how positive GMOs are. And food without GMOs is like a child developed without any vitamins. And these are my references.